We'll be right back. And a very good evening to everybody this evening. Welcome to the PUBG Africa Season 2 group qualifying stage. We changed up a couple of things this week due to, obviously, as we explained in our podcast. So the teams that have joined us this evening, the top 10 will be going through to the group stages, and they will host a total of 24 teams that will host in the group stages going forward, and then the top 16 teams will play it out in the finals. Also remember that in the group stages, you win a chicken dinner, you're going to get yourself $10 as well. This is all sponsored and by the good people at PUBG, and We Buy Cars. Thank you so much for them for having us on board. But everybody's already in the plane, ladies and gentlemen, and also you'll hear a cheeky voice with me as well. So let's head over to the gameplay. Let's get it on. All right. So we do not have. There we go. So we're all good and rising. Oh, joining me is also Airless Tomato. Good evening, bud. All right. So 15 teams coming into this. I see that we have a couple disconnects. I see that the Horizon Gaming may have had some issues there. They had a full four-man team, so that's on it. There, the rest of them coming over there. I can see them there. Going to be an interesting evening. I mean, these guys are all fighting. You just have to be better than 11th.
Team is going to be sweating really hard.
Yeah, 100%. I do apologize, guys. You wouldn't have heard Airless there for the first little bit there. I do apologize. It was my fault. I kind of had the wrong audio source there, but you should even know. But Molotov Man, though, has been able to get the first kill there, and he's got a punch out there. He must be happy. I mean, that's a nice little first kill to boost the morale there.
You don't usually see that, so oh well, they start off with one kill. I mean, that's going to be quite nice for them. Yeah. I guess they can take it slow now, but
it looks like Rush Team having a little bit more issues as well, as they had a couple more disconnects, it would seem, as well. It looks like they've fallen to the death. We'll get the pickup as well, so that should be no issues for them going forward. And we're looking at to see the circle going up towards the north. Only really 4 teams in it. We have Microtech Esports inside Rozak. We have the Devil and Ice Squad in Watertown, with the 2 members of the Team Warwolf Quads in the north of George. And we've got the NR team sitting in the containers area, obviously pushing out the Smurfs out of their usual spot here. So, you know, obviously Smurfs playing to get into the top 10. I mean, you've cast a lot more of the Challenger Battle, Airless. Have they changed their loot spots?
Yeah, I mean, they love Georgia Pool. Don't get me wrong. They absolutely love it. And I mean, that rotate, I've seen, they had a rough week last week. Those zones were just not landing in Georgia Bowl, and they rotated a good 5-4 kilometers every time. So I think now with the switch up, they thought it might pull down, but unfortunately it just has not gone their way here in the beginning. But I mean, hopefully that changes. All that RNG, not much you can do about it. So their luck, I'm really hoping for their sake, does change.
Oh, let's see how they can handle everything tonight. Looks like a shot has come through there onto Dan from Kolula, and he's gonna actually eliminate Dan here as well for the Against All Odds Black team. That's a really unfortunate knock. Can he actually finish him off, or can Dan get to cover just in time? The shots are still going out, not connecting. Eventually does connect, and the Warriors will pick up their first kill as well. Against All Odds Black a little bit spread out here. Slayer and Dr. One just making their movements out as well. I know Dr. One also does a little bit of racing as well, so nice to see him also coming back into PUBG as well, and doing some racing and some PUBG just like myself. So really cool to see, as they now will hold over. Will the GOS member Majid see this out? No, he's just chilling in the doorway. He's going to hear the boat, but this could be bad. Oh, does he connect in time? Does he connect in time?
Does Dr. One know though?
No, they don't know. He's obviously very still, so I don't think that he's going to be able to. Is he disconnected though? No.
It doesn't know.
He's not.
I mean, this
it's really unfortunate.
This is luck though. This is good luck. How do they not see him? It's insane. What?
Dr. One, if he comes back to his PC. There he's back. What? He's back?
Oh.
No. Yeah, he's disconnected. You can see there. He's just disconnected.
That's so unfortunate. But
if he can get back in time. Dr. One has not spotted this one out, nor has Slayer as well. Slayer's gone on the opposite side. Shots are going to be fired as well. Does he spot him out? He doesn't spot him out. He's going to run away. Commander trying all that he can to maybe try and save his teammates here, and he might have done that as well. So Commander GS1 doing a great job with fire onto Dr. One there. Does put it down to low HP air. Listen, can Slayer assist him here?
I mean, right now he's done a great job to fend off against all odds in black. Just so unfortunate that they did not spot that one member out of the Ghost, but I mean, right now he's doing some magnificent work as Slayer does go down. Do you think he'll be able to get the squad wipe here?
Oh, I mean, it's going to be tough for him. Where's Mr. Loot? That's the next question that we need to ask here as well. Still got him in the area, but does Dr. One able to maybe... He doesn't. Commander will go down as Dr. One will be able to get that kill on towards Commander there. And a good job coming out here from the against all odds black team. He
They're doing some good work.
Eliminate them as well. Slayer will get picked up there from Ratatatata. And I mean, does he come back in time? Where's Mr. Loot? He's on the opposite side here. He's looking to see if he can maybe spot out a couple of these against all odds black members. But it looks like they're going to be able to get themselves out of danger, or can Mr. Loot put some more punishing shots on towards these members just to hold them off here? He has got a vehicle in play here as well. Stay trying to make the movement out. Looks like they are going to make this movement out. There's Dr. One to do something about this. Going to take on the shots towards. Some good shots landing, but
unfortunately nothing, no big knock. But I mean, at the end of the day, Commander did manage to protect his teammate there. So I mean, they still are two-man at the end of the day, but it's a great push against Lots of Black there. They managed to pick up one kill there in the early stages.
Yeah, they did do some good work there. Nosgating now tries to fire over past the goats here, as Swifter and 5 Ludder gonna be doing some damage over towards the Noz team. We're expecting Noz to do very, very well here. And Punisher, well, Langyang will kill off Punisher. Looks like they may have had a DC as well. Oh no, Plug's gonna actually... Oh no, looks like there's a big mistake coming out here. Punisher gonna get taken out here by Plugs. And that'll pick up a point there for Ryzen Gaming. And every point counts tonight. I mean, you don't want to be lower than 10. You want to be 10 or higher. That's the aim here for these guys.
100%. I mean, but now Plugs at default. He's gonna... he unfortunately can't get a Killer Claw. Will take out Plugs at the end of the day and get a little bit of revenge there. And I think Punisher is feeling a little bit better, but not quite just yet, as Plugs will now be flushed out by Langyan, it looks like. But Swifty really going ham there in the background for the goats, taking out the rusty revolvers, as now the rest of Horizon Gaming will rotate right past Devil and I. And what do you think right now? All these rotates, quite early rotates coming in when phase 1 hasn't even hit yet. So, it has hit. It hasn't hit the final circle though, but...
No, it hasn't hit yet. It is coming in. I mean, these guys are rotating quite early, which is good to see. I mean, we've seen these teams obviously struggle with the rotations in the lower brackets as well. I'm really happy to see that these guys are starting to do the rotations, taking a lot more fights as well. Devil in Eye as well, I think, is one of the teams that I must say have been impressing me more and more. I mean, they're not quite there where they want to be, obviously, but I mean, for them... I mean, their improvement over the season has been drastic. I mean, they're not obviously topping the leaderboards or anything like that, like they want to be, like I said, but, you know, their improvement is noticeable. The lower half of the teams
100%.
now have to go and say, whoa, I have to now try, you know, you have to be careful of this team now, which is really good because we want to see the improvement out of the whole scene as well. So really, really impressed with Devil and I coming into these phases as well. Horizon Gaming though, Cans making her way up here towards the team wall of quads, and she is a bit by herself, but her teammates are not too far behind.
So now, I have to ask, with these zones, we've got our first zone. It is heading north. I was going to ask you in the beginning if you thought it was going to shift south, but obviously that my guesses are a bit wrong. But
you weren't in IGL, were you?
No. I mean, I would love to see your prediction for this next zone. Like, do you think it's going to pull south, north, east, west? What are you feeling?
I'm thinking where Microtech are. Definitely going to come into that sort of vicinity.
You think it's there by Microtech?
Yeah, that sort of vicinity around about the warehouse area, that area where the Smurfs are trying to get their way into it. Puppy Monkey is still Swift, his previous name was Swifty, just so everybody's aware. So the God is still with us today. He's just changed his name to Puppy Monkey.
You know, I'll never understand that. I will never understand. But I mean, he's proven himself with that time and time again.
He's
but
white teams.
I just don't understand. Like, if I try and use that, or you try and use that, I can never get a kill. He uses it, he gets plenty. It's insane.
No, he's definitely, he's done a lot of work with the So, I mean, definitely someone to be very, very scared of when the comes in his hand. He doesn't unfortunately have one, but I'm sure even he'll swap out the Scar for an I'm pretty sure if he finds one, he will swap that out. Bit of a split coming out here from the Smurfs, just all three of them in the warehouse, one just as Puppy Monkey moves himself over there as well. Still got the two Ghost members. It looks like they have rejoined the other members, so that's good to see. And he was very lucky there as well. But here comes the three teams here. We got Team Wolf Quads, Horizon Gaming, and Devil and I, all trying to fight for the same bit of terrain here. And I already see this one going. Horizon Gaming has to be so careful here.
Oh yeah, I mean, but Devil and I, like you said, they've been very, very impressive. I mean, even in the Challenger battles in the past few weeks, they've really, really impressed me. I mean, they've been getting some really, really high kill games, and I think they're loving it. I think there's like a boost of confidence coming out from them right now, and that just might give them the edge in this qualifier right now to get into that top 10 position. And but I mean, Horizon Gaming as well, they've also definitely improved from where they first started. I mean, it is something to see.
100%.
I'm just hoping for their sake they get into the top 10. I would love to see them go through all that hard work. As now Langian are taking the shots onto Kads, and unfortunately she does go down. And where do you think this one's heading?
And Kads is going to bleed out. Not enough time for the rest of the Horizon Gaming here to make that movement. You can see none of them making the movement straight off the bat. Looks like now Mr. Icify Goat will now try and make that movement. Devil and I pick up their second kill on Horizon Gaming. Can he spot a killer crawl to the AK though a little bit stronger at close range there, and another member of Horizon Gaming will go out of the lobby, just leaving the one left, and that's Mozzie Meli will get the knock on towards Langyang there. But I think Langyang should be safe for the revive here from his teammates. He can try and make his movement back here. Smoke's coming out here from the Devil and I crew. Can Warlord put some suppression fire? Hasn't really spotted out where the Warrior Squad has gone. And Circle has shifted. I'd like to thank all my supporters for the correct predictions here. I'd just like to point that out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can never get that right, but somehow you get it right. As well. More often than usual.
Look at this push coming out from him. The Warrior will go go down. Warlord will go down. I do pick up on Lang Yang. Very lucky not to get shot in that exchange there. But he's going to try and see if he can get a little bit of meds up. No, he's just going to hold it out. Millie looking for the opposite side. Killer Claw, the flank position. Can it help him here? This should be able to help Devil and I. Needs to try and spot them out here. Millie has spotted him out. Millie will get the knock on towards Killer Claw. And Lang Yang, last member, surviving it. It's all just popping off here. And he will confirm that kill there, Ellis, as well. Just putting onto a 1v1.
This is a big play. I mean, Team Warwolves had the advantage, but it looks like it's just faded away as Devil and I have managed to clutch out Lang Yang with that prone position. And now he may be able to clutch it out for Devil and I think they're really rooting for him, and that molly could be perfect. Does it land on Millie though?
Coming out there from Lang Yang, and he will finish him off. Devil and I, 5 kills in the early stages here, doing such a fantastic job. As we mentioned, really good at getting these kills now, and really well done to them. Smurfs get eliminated out in 13th position as the Legends push on towards them, but now they need for Devil and I need to get themselves into the circle, and so does Horizon Gaming. Mozzie looking over towards Voodoo from Slick Daddy Club, and yeah, this is one of the teams I must admit that Slick Daddy Club is kind of disappointed in recent stages. TF2 will get knocked out there by NR team, but it looks like Voodoo trying to steal that kill away from the NR team. Can he do it? Can he do it? Can he do it? He's going to get shot out by the rest of Nos Gaming there. He's been spotted out. Does get that kill on towards TF2, so stealing that away from NR team. And for Xylene and Redak, I think they are going to bleed out eventually. Nos down to one more member. It's just so many one-man teams coming out, and I think Mozzie may have just saved Voodoo's life here.
Oh no, 100%. I mean, but now the one member from Nos Gaming is getting shot in the back by Twister from the NR team, and they're all the way in Severny. And I mean, these teams playing the edge, it's going to be very difficult now to get in without a vehicle. Those rotates in are going to be extremely difficult, but Voodoo now managing to get the res, like you said, has been saved by the last member of Nos. As Cads as well, we've got to give credit to Cads there. Oh, Mozzie, my apologies, Mozzie, as he was the distraction. Now Voodoo manages to get the race onto Zaylene, and that will leave STC on 2 members up.
Yeah, they got 2 members up. It looks like against all odds, Black down to 1 member. Dr. 1ZA is still in there. Warriors will run over one of their team members. It shouldn't be too much of an issue from where they're sitting. Let's see if the Legends have got any sort of eyes on that one. Juzo trying to get on top of the roof here from the car, not able to do so at this stage. Warriors going to get that pickup as well. Circle shifts towards the north. That should pull out of Severny as well, so it should come back down towards the south a bit later. But here come the Rush team. They looking to get some points on the board as well, but they're going to be rotating straight into the path line of the Warriors as the Goats get eliminated out by the NR team in the background. And the shots will be heard here by the Rush team. Looks like they're just going to have a quick look and see what's happening there. Devil and I get spotted out there by Slick Daddy Club. But Lang Yang still got a knock onto one of the members there of Slick Daddy Club. So still doing great work as Horizon Gaming gets eliminated out in 10th position. And, you know, for Devil and I mean, still managed to take on a 2v1 fight and almost, you know,
almost clutch it out. I mean, that was quite good. Yeah, I mean, they've got 5 kills here in the first game, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be happy with that. That was a very nice first game for them. It's just unfortunate. I didn't see any vehicles there in their rotates or anything, so it is very unfortunate for them. But there's still 3 more games to go, so it's not out of the bag just yet.
This is going to be so tough here for Slick Daddy Club without any vehicles here. Voodoo not even going to get raised there by Zaylene, and he's going to bleed out as well. So that's going to give the kill there to Gosp in the end. And it looks like Gosp is aware that they don't have any vehicles. Can they do anything about this? It looks like they're going to go hunting for Zaylene. And they are going to go hunting. Can they get the Zaylene going to get the first knock? Zaylene gets punished there from Majid. And it looks like Mr. Loot's also going to bleed out there. Was it worth it in the end? And I don't think it was. They do pick up the 2 kills at the moment, but looks like Microtech Esports have got the Sights on towards Majid, and can they do anything about this vehicle on fire? Jumps out, and Zaylene will get the kill onto Mr. Loot, and the last member will get exploded there by the car. Gasp out in 8th position.
That's just so unfortunate. I mean, that's when you have to decide where it's either the zone or the kill, and they went for the kill, but unfortunately in this situation it didn't really pay off. But now NR will be pushing on to Dr. One, the last member from Against All Odds in Black, as now he's just getting pummeled with util. Do you think he'll survive this?
It's going to be very tough for him to survive it, but the grenade will get popped out and Dr. One will get eliminated. 7th position go Against All Odds Black. I mean, if you look at it, right, Against All Odds Black, I think had 2 kills or 1 kill.
Yeah.
Devil and I still made more points than them. So the amount of kills that Devil and I got still puts them above these teams that are busy going out at the moment. So this is good work from Devil and I to get these kills, and it keeps them in that top spot. But here comes the rush team on towards the NX Legends. 2 of the members are already down and out already, and the Legends trying to find a spot to play here inside this circle. Juzo trying to see if he can spot anything. Still getting shot up there by the rush team. Juzo going to get out of the vehicle for now. Going to throw out there, but the push is coming out here from the rush members, and I don't think they're going to be figuring this one out too soon. Juzo did spot him out.
I mean, right now, this isn't a tough situation, but Juzo with the beautiful opening headshot there. As now, the NR team is going to be third-partying the Legends. They're in such a tough situation. They should just really smoke it out, get in those vehicles, and just find a better position in zone.
That was a bit of a wrong move coming out there from Pac-Man, throwing out that Molotov there, but I think for the 2 remaining Legends members, it's going to be so difficult for them to get out of the situation. And look at this, all this nice open area for a lot of teams just to fire onto them. And our team trying to push on towards this one, Twisted just above them in the tree line there. The grenade's going to come out here from the Warriors, and that's going to fall short there.
I mean, what would you do if you were the Legends right now? You're in such a rough situation. Do you just try and play it out? Do you try and rotate again? What is the correct play right now? What are your thoughts?
They're going to have to pull back into this compound now. They obviously should have heard that the rush team moved out of this through that exchange. So check the buildings, pull back into the dips, maybe try and take on the fight towards the Warriors. Make sure your back's cleared there all the time, as now we see K9 going to take out 2 members of the rush team there with a Molotov. Great bit of Molotov work coming out here from the NR team. A really good use of utility here coming from the NR team as well. So we saw that against Dr. One, and now we see it again against the rush team. 5 teams remain. Microtech Esports in the south haven't had much to do inside this game. The circle being very much favoring them. Has spotted out the nod member there, and I mean,
this is tough right now. I mean, Microtech Esports have had it easy, but some of these other teams have really struggled to get into this next zone, as Juzo will get the first knock onto Warriors there. And I think this may be leading to a push here for Legends as well.
I don't see them doing it with 2-man at this stage, but if they get maybe another knock, it could maybe give them the confidence to do it. But the smoke's coming out there, the grenades getting thrown there by the Warriors. All of them just trying to do as much work as possible. And the shots are just getting fired all over the place. Where does the circle go? It does shift down towards the south. I
must say, Microtech Esports has really blessed this game with this zone. It's now sticking with that nade.
But sticking, can he get the grenade out? Does Naz doesn't get inside the area there. More Molotov's going to come out there. Not going to burn him out either. Need to get those nades inside the area here, and that nade looks like it's going to just be perfect there in the end. And Naz Gaming get eliminated out in 5th position. 4 teams remain. We have Microtech Esports, Warriors, NR team, and the NX Legends left alive here. But looks like the NR team looking to push on towards the Legends yet again.
I mean, this right now here from NR, the aggression is lovely to see. They're also on 5 kills. They're doing some nice work right now. It would be lovely to see the aggression come out to maybe just push 1 or 2 teams, or maybe just gatekeep Microtech. I would really like to see the aggression come out from now, because they could take some serious control of this map. As you can see, there's not a lot of teams in zone. It is only Microtech at this stage, so they can really grasp a hold of the position they're in right now. And Twister will manage to get another knock onto Warriors. What do you think is going to come out from this?
Warrior and our team need to be very careful, but now it looks like Microtech are going to actually move themselves back in towards the zone there. So they've now freed themselves up to their side. Twister now makes the movement there. Twister going to eliminate another Warriors. Remember, Twister trying to do all the work that he can do. Looks like just in front of them, the nade there. Is that nade going to do some work? It does indeed. And the Warriors keep on bleeding out. Twister gets eliminated there in any case. But K9 from the opposite side will get the last kill onto the Warriors. And the Warriors go out in 4th position. And for the Legends remaining in the game, really good work to buckle this one down. Still take on the fight. Does spot out K9 there. Does Juzo. Still got a little bit of a bug there with the smokes, but you know that happens. And now Microtech splitting 2-2s. This is good for Microtech Esports. They can finish off this game.
I mean, they're in a very, very powerful position. And this is what I was saying earlier. If NR just made their movement in the beginning and maybe left the fight, they would have this position. But now it has been given up to Microtech Esports. And now Microtech Esports really needs to capitalize. But Juzo will take out Stick and K9 takes out Pac-Man. And that will be Legends out in 3rd position. That is so unfortunate for them. And they were in the open, no cover. But now Microtech, do you think they're going to take it home?
I mean, Microtech have to be so careful now, but they're very much split up. I don't like Bowser's position. He needs to be so careful here. If he can get the kills on this one, the grenade goes on top of Twister here. Can it kill somebody? It does! 2 people go out, and Microtech will take out the chicken dinner in the end. What a play coming out from Bowser there in the end. What a play. 7 kills there from Microtech Esports. You were just asking the question. We just received the answer. And what a play coming out there from Bowser at the end there. Picking himself up 4 kills. 7 for the team in total. In 2nd position, we saw the NR team finishing off with a total of 11 kills. I mean, they popped off at the end there. Definitely
big
like
banger game.
Yeah, I mean, you said the aggression was there, so definitely getting a lot of kills out of that game. 3rd position, we saw the Legends finish off with 3 kills. In 4th, we had the Warriors finish off with a total of 2, and rounding up your top 5 was Noz Gaming with 2 kills there. But special mentions to Devil and I mean, they got 5 kills in 11th position there. Not a bad shout for them. I see also the Goats got 4 kills there as well. So it's going to be tight for that top 10 yet again. And I see even the Warriors picking up themselves, not the Warriors, the Team Werewolf Quads picking up themselves 4 kills as well. So it's going to be a tightly contested evening, it seems, Ellis. But
no, 100%.
That is the first game done and dusted. We will be back for the second game in a few minutes' time. So quickly have a coffee break and we'll be back now. And welcome back, everybody, to match number 2 of the evening as we get prepared for ourselves inside match number 2. We saw a very impressive performance there by NR team, picking up a lot of kills as well, but Microtech coming up in top with 7 kills. And both of them sitting on top of that leaderboard with 17 points each at the moment. And we're just about to get into the next game as well. And Miramar, a little bit more different settings here coming out, different setting coming out here for the teams. Let's see what they can do as we cross over into that.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, now the teams are gonna maybe have to switch up a little bit. I mean, the rotates are gonna be harder. There's a lot more. It's a big terrain difference, so a lot more dips, mountains, rocks, everything. It's a big switch up, and now these players have to adapt to the new map.
Yeah, they're going to have to adapt, that is for sure. And the plane coming from the east to west, going a little bit more south-southwest. And 2 teams already jumping out there against All Odds Black and Microtech Esports. Let's see if they're going to... It doesn't look like all of them are going to be going to the same position. Well, it looks like Dr. One and Ratata are going to definitely... They're going to be heading over towards Al-Zahar. So it looks like, yeah, the call's been made for against the Odds Black just to make their movement over towards Al-Zahar, it looks like, at the last minute there. And Microtech Esports going to just flap their wings a little bit further towards Taro.
I mean, it is the correct call. I definitely think you definitely don't really want to be hot dropping each other and losing maybe your whole team or a few members in the early stages, because you really need them at that end game to maybe help you clutch up to get that chicken dinner.
Yeah, definitely do. A lot of teams centralizing themselves over in the just off the playing path here. Those central games, not really many people up above into the north. Just those 2 teams there we saw jumping out early on. Melody, though, going to get a couple shots on towards the Warriors there as they're still getting themselves down onto the ground. And for the NR team, I'm sure they want to continue doing what they were doing in the first game. And
100%. I mean, I feel that they've got so much potential right now. I mean, they've got the confidence boost. They just ended with a 11 kill game. They are feeling that confidence in second place. I mean, that confidence is there. So I'm just hoping they don't get too confident to the point where they think they can push everything, because I know at times that does not go as planned and stuff can really go south for them.
Well, technically they're in first, right? Because they got more kills.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Sorry, my apologies.
That super settings will allow them to have first position even though they didn't win the chicken dinner. So they just got more kills, so they will be in first position, tied in essence with the Microtech Esports, which they're landing outside of the circle. Circle going pretty much, I would say, center of this map as well. Daz Gaming going to be happy with their position in La Bendita. And Smurfs sitting in the Los Leones. Just to their northeast is the Rusty Revolvers. Landing in the outskirts here. It looks like Molotov Man going to be looting up this, what do we like to call it, the farm buildings. It's literally inside the middle of the farm. Been playing a lot of farm simulator lately, so we need to sow these crops here, boys and girls. Anyway, so 2 teams here. We got Rush and the Warwolf quad sitting in Monty here. I mean, if they go into tussle, this is going to be it's 3-on-3 as well, it would seem. Yeah, 3 team Warwolf members against 3 Rush members. And looks like Shadow Warrior just looking to try and see if maybe can pick up a car out of the situation. I would assume that the first priority for most of these 2 teams specifically, I would be aiming for is the cars, and maybe try and even gate these cars a little bit as well. So what do you think?
I mean, right now it's a 50-50. You can see they haven't pushed boundaries just yet. No member really crossing that line. It's like they've split half basically, and no member really taking the risk just yet to maybe just push over and get some more information. But already Shadow Warrior, like you said, going for those vehicles, that is definitely going to be the play right now.
Yeah, get that vehicle away from the NR team. NR team still got a couple of vehicles down the road here as well, so they shouldn't be too worried about vehicles and transportation. Just to the north of this is also Stick Daddy Club, which is a very wide split coming out from them. And I think pretty much easy game at the moment. I always find these Miramar games are just a little bit more quiet than the Erangles in the beginning stages. So, you know, we got to sit here and wait to see what happens.
Oh, no, 100%. Well, whilst we're waiting, I need your prediction once again. Where is this zone going? What is the gut telling you? Where is this zone heading?
This area here, I reckon, just off this area, just off Picado to the left-hand side of Nos Gaming, and to go a bit west over here. I like to call this the rotten apple because it looks like an apple. You can see the shape of it.
Actually, yeah, I actually just seen that now. Snap. Okay.
This looks like an upside down apple. There's the stem of the apple. There we go. Anyway, it heads over towards that area, I would assume. For now, we do see a lot of these eastern pools that come out from these things, so I mean that's also a possibility as well. I'm hearing that the rush team are getting to the road, so they will be heading over to that vehicle. Should be no issues. A lot of teams making this movement early on. I like to see it. I say again that these guys are starting to really do these early rotates. I'm really loving seeing that these guys are starting to try and get themselves a position to play out of in the early stages of phase 1. So really good job coming out from them. Shots coming out there from the Horizon Gaming members. Let's just see which one. Mozzie going to be taking some shots over towards Redak. Redak did get a little bit tagged, but nothing for him to stress about at this moment. The rest of the shots will come out there towards Stick Daddy Club as well. Team Wolf Quads just to the south of the Stick Daddy Club crew over there. Or the west, should I rather say. Ooh, Bowser gets taken out of the car and falls to his death. Now that's not what Microtech wanted there.
I mean, right now, these teams on the outskirts, they like you said, they need to rotate early. It's not looking great for them if they do not get that rotate in. But now the question is that I'm asking myself is the early rotates really worth it? But we will come back to that in just a second. As we see Voodoo getting flushes out Shadow Warrior from Team Wolf Quads. He's got no bullets left in the barrel. He only realizes now. Do you think SDC is gonna maybe try and continue to take this fight? Or actually there is no more members of Team Wolf Quads in there.
He's sitting inside that compound there, but the shot's still coming out there. Xylene gets taken down again. Griffin trying to do as much as he can to damage onto Stick Daddy Club. Maybe a little bit of retaliation. Can Millie do anything? I think Millie's just going to hold stationary for now. Just hold this angle for now. Needs to be very careful. Spots out Voodoo's head. Voodoo spots him out there. Needs to pay this one. Switches up position there. But Redak spots that out already. But Redak going to peep over the hill here. And I think Millie's going to get eliminated there as well. Good job coming out from Stick Daddy Club to hold out this compound. But Griffin going to be the last member standing here for the Wolf Pods. No kills to their name. They need to start putting points on the board here for them to get up to that top 10 spot here. And yeah, it's just going to be very difficult
really
for them.
Unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. I don't think they were expecting a push early on in that stage. As now, Griffin hitting some nice banger shots onto Zaylene once again. But now, going back to what I was saying, in the early rotations, is it worth leaving with what you have? Maybe if you've got that level 1 vest or only level 1 helmet, is it worth leaving that early instead of just staying until you can loot up properly?
I mean, it's a 50-50. I mean, and if you can get the loot quickly, you can still loot in phase 2 as well if you want to. So, I mean, it's not such a problem for the guys to get this all right in the end of the day, I do believe. I mean, but position sometimes trumps the loot in most times. Yeah. So, you know, it's all about getting in a good position to play it out from there and take it out from there. So I mean, it's also depends on your team. I think in the end of the day, it's all there just to make sure that everything is like, you know, you're comfortable for where you are playing as well. So
I mean, like you said, I mean, there is benefits. I think there is definitely a few benefits to it because, I mean, if you rotate early, you're going to get that better position in zone, obviously, before all the other teams, which may just push you over the edge, even if you have that level 1 gear. But what just happened there? Rush team out in 15th position.
Rush team getting in the rotation there. The Goats doing some good work there to protect that rotation point. They're coming out of Picado and just holding out this line here. Knows that this is probably a popular rotation point. So, I mean, Goats playing that to their advantage and blocking off that rotation point. So, Rush team getting taken out there in the early stages. The first team to move inside this lobby for tonight. And now Legends looking over towards the Goats. Would have spotted out the carnage in front of them from this position. Looks like Forever gonna just try and take out those wheels maybe a little bit, do some damage to the area. I'm wrong about where the zones. Lost Jonas. Oh, rip the FPS incoming, ladies and gentlemen, because this is gonna get spicy here.
I mean, Los Leones, with all those buildings, and especially that highest point there on that map, is definitely, if you send one member up there, you're going to get a lot of information, maybe even a few steals, maybe a few kills. It is going to be a really, really, really interesting ending to see.
I think the Legends need to start getting their move on here as well. I mean, the Goats are just keeping long-range shots here. Gosp is also taking some shots from on them from behind as well. One of the vehicles getting taken, the wheels are out there as well as Mr. Loot gets that. Legends need to make their movement now. So do Gosp as well. Get yourselves into Los Leones. You can play out of Los Leones should it somehow hard shift out of there, but the way the circle's going, it's looking like a Los Leones circle. So
oh no, 100%.
Get your utility, get your smokes. Let's have some fun inside Los.
Rusty Revolver's definitely going for that mountain play. I mean, there used to be, I don't know if there still is, I apologize if there isn't, but I think the mountain is still there, just outside of Leones, and maybe go for a mountain play. I mean, that could be the correct play. If that zone does somehow just hard shift, like you said.
We've seen the play come though. We saw it in PGI. We saw those 2 games in Miramar going in towards Los Leones. So, I mean, it didn't really work out for those guys. The guys who get themselves into the city first seems to help them out a little bit more. So, no one really opting. Looks like the Goats are going to get their way in towards Los Leones as quickly as possible. Microtech having a little bit of a skirmish here towards the Smurfs. His asset stays out in the open here. Frenchy got a good shot land onto him. Does do some damage on towards him. Juzo going to get the knock on towards Storm there in the end of the day. Acid just remaining alive just a little bit here, but it looks like the Legends going after their sister team yet again here. And 1-0 to the Legends for tonight, and it looks like they want to make it 2-0.
I mean, this could be a mistake to push this. Smurfs definitely have that high ground advantage. They peak very, very well over those little ridges there. Legends, some of the Legends members are going to be caught out, and that's going to cost them. And now, as you can see, Microtech is also starting to take a look onto the Legends and Smurfs. So, is it really worth risking to push them?
I mean, not at this moment. They're inside circle, so they can stay where they want to stay. Just need to be careful that the Smurfs don't pop up. Legends are in a tough position. They got Microtech to the south, to their south in essence. And they need to be very careful of what Microtech Esports does from here. I like that the Goats are controlling these 2 outer buildings here coming into the city of Los Leones. So they got a good position there for now. Let's see what happens to the circle coming in there. And our team struggling to get themselves in towards the circle against the Odds Blacks. Finally making it into the circle here. Will come in from the eastern side of the map. And now Griffin, a lonely Griffin down in the south of the circle at this stage. Warriors making their way down in towards the south. Maybe they thinking of a cheeky south play, but I don't see it heading on towards these hills at all. So let's see what happens. It's still Los Leones, and that's going to pull off. This hill here will get pulled off. So if I was a betting man, it's going into Los Leones, that's for sure, because this hill, I don't see us playing on this hill. But
I could go for the hill, eh?
You're going for the hill, but RNG, it can play that factor. So we may just see this hill. But let's see. I doubt we'll see it. I think we'll probably move into loss. Nas has made them. They got themselves in towards loss. Microtech fleeing for the city lines as well. They may just get a nice little drop coming in as well, as that's now busy about to land. I'm sure that Microtech Esports would have spotted that one out as well. Let's see if they do. It doesn't look
Is
like
that
they
drop
have.
landing on the roof?
It is indeed. That's a bit of an unfortunate one, eh? Yeah.
There's no way
Nah,
out.
no
What
one's
is
getting-
it?
What is it? Let's actually have a look.
We
Let's see.
have to know.
I mean, it's not the best gun that you're going to find in there, but I mean, that level 3 gear is what you want. So, but Russia Evolvers make their way into the south of Loss at this stage. Smurfs trying to get them, Legends trying to get themselves in. Smurfs getting themselves in towards Loss as quickly as possible. As in our team, still fighting that blue zone in the north hand side, and again Warriors running over their teammates seem to be a trait at the moment. It's really
But
unfortunate.
I have to give it to them though. I mean, that rotation, even from Against All Odds and Black, they're thinking of where the flight path is. They took that longer rotation, and right now it has paid off quite a bit. They do have a very powerful position in zone until that zone shifts again. But I must have to give it to them. It is quite a smart rotate.
I can think also for Ginzo maybe too much on the edge at the moment. This is going to be tough. If let's say the Legends tries to play off this hill over here, that we see them actually moving towards. You can see Firestorm making his movement towards here. For Gensel as Black to make it into this Los Leones, it's going to be a very tough situation for them. Even if it does shift into them not having maybe vehicles, I can see a lot of them are running at the moment. Let's just have a look and see what's happening. What are their vehicle situations looking at? They left all the vehicles down at the below. Now you're running downhill. Very, very easy targets. And what I'm seeing here is exactly what I was afraid of for Against All Odds Black. Look at where the Legends are starting to position themselves. They're looking at the buildings for now, so is Slayer, but now Firestorm should spot out Slayer here. So for Against All Odds Black, just playing that edge for too long, it may just pay off if Slayer can get into the building, but for the rest of his team, it's going to be a very tight one if they can't get into this. But it doesn't look like the Legends are wanting to move any further than this hill at this stage. So it's going to be tough here for both teams, I reckon. And let's see what happens with the circle. Where does the circle pop off to next?
There
That's
we go.
the question. Are we going to see it shifts
Oh!
away? So we're going to see this little ending over here probably, because this hill is definitely going to be played out. So I mean, we could see the end. We could see very much below towards Griffin's area. I mean, this is a very hard shift coming out here. So I think a lot of these players, if we were in a LAN event, you would see a major groan coming from all these players.
Oh, no. 100%. I mean, I'm quite shocked right now. I mean, we're missing one team, and one team has been eliminated. So there's still 14 teams left, and it's such a small zone. Because now Dan does get some shots on towards NX Legends, but nice retaliation fire coming out from the Legends.
I mean, you spotted that there's 14 teams left still in the zone, 47 players. I mean, that's good. This is what I want to see.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see at least 40 people come into the circle. That's what I want to see. You know,
mean, this is nuts.
I don't think we'll see it because there's going to be a lot of rotation, a lot of choke points coming into the circle. Swifter will get the knock on towards Bluff there, and Bluff is going to be left to bleed out there. There's no way that the rest of his team can make it in there. Now Devil and I have got to go sightlines on towards the Goats as well. Can they hit their shots on towards the Goats? Devil and I got a good position as well. They got a nice little compound here. Need to just hold this compound. They'll be doing so well throughout the map as well. Rusty Revolvers may need to move into the next phase as well, may need to do some sort of movement. Bluff will eventually get killed off by the blue zone, and our team has now shifted all the way around. Can Microtech Esports stop this from them? They did get that drop though, Ellis. They did get that drop.
Yeah, I don't know how. I'm confused. But however they did it, congrats. You guys are you got to show us. I mean, that's insane. I mean, could it be a previous drop?
No, that was definitely the drop. I'm pretty sure that was the drop that they got there.
That must be insane. How did they get up?
I'm actually just gonna go have a look here. Just check he got it.
It is.
Yeah, check.
How did he get up?
I'm not there.
The old door trick.
Here we go. Easy game, boys. Mozzie, gets eliminated in the background. Now the Slick Daddy Club crew is getting a little bit of heat there. Goats picks up another kill. Yeah, trying to take shots from behind. Mine for mine. TTV will get taken up as Nas in the end of the day. And that's not going to be what he wanted. The Goat's under a lot of pressure now as 5 loader. Going to have to try and get the pickup onto his teammate of Turbo. And Voodoo, can he maybe get up this ridgeline here? Does Red X spot out them? Oh, gets taken a lot of shots there from the members of Nos Gaming as the Legends get eliminated there by the Warriors. The Warriors annihilating the Legends out of the lobby here. So now the members of the Goats try and make their push in here. Do have that cover there, but it looks like enemy gonna be spotting this one out. Let's see if he does.
Good multi shot onto Acid, but right now.
Oh, and I'm getting electric lag detected. That's always what you want to see, ladies and gents.
You know, knowing our luck. This always happens. But I mean, nevertheless,
wait a couple of seconds, maybe it'll come back as well.
I love a good surprise.
It seems to happen every now and again when we're in this. It doesn't look like it's affecting the stream at all, which is a good thing. I can still switch over to certain people in the area here. So I think what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is just reset our game client. I do apologize for the inconvenience, but we'll quickly switch over to the scheduling page and we'll be back with you guys now. And welcome back, everybody, to the third match. Apologies for the second match. Our admin team is busy having a check to see how many people did, in fact, disconnect. We're going to look at all the match replays from all the server side, all the data files from there. So just hold on a couple seconds. We may be replaying that game at the end. We're just going to have word from our admin team as well to see exactly how many people did disconnect. You know, unfortunately, if it is less than 40% of the remaining teams as well, as per our rules, we won't be replaying that game, but we just have to make sure that we have all the information and that we do everything properly from there on in. So just hang tight with us as well. We will have a look to see exactly what happened in that game as well. Unfortunately, we also had the same issue as observers. So, you know, these things are also out of our control as well, but we also need to, you know, be fair to the players that were still remaining in the game. Just for a quick heads up, Noz did actually take the chicken dinner, with Goss coming in second, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it may have been Slick Daddy Club in third. I'm not entirely sure. I can't from memory remember that. But anyway, we move on to Wrangle now. Some players have already jumped out of the plane, so let's get ready for match number 3.
I mean, this is quite an interesting flight path, I might quite add. Basically going through the center of the map, so this leaves a lot of options open. And what I've really noticed is that some of the teams that we do not have in here, because it is the qualifiers, some of the main teams that we usually see, I haven't really seen their spots being taken, which is very, very interesting. I would expect some of these teams to maybe take those spots that are open, but obviously they've got their own spots and they're quite happy with it. But it's nice to see. It looks like they do, or they would rather stick to their game than switch it up.
Yeah, K9 getting a couple shots on towards Firestorm there as he tries to get himself out of danger there. Does get the vehicle though, which is good for him. Rush team and the members of the Microtech Esports are going to be inside there as well. And obviously Slayer gonna get a shot on towards Rusty Warlord. Looks like they also landing in top of the area as well, but a shotgun kill coming out there from Slayer, and he'll grab that kill. First point on the board for them. So that we don't have any issues this game. We'll see what happens from there. And look at the goats surrounding the Rusty Revolvers team. They know they're here, and there's not much space for Rusties to move here. Airless.
I mean, right now it's going to be difficult for them. I do see a lot of shotguns in play, a Vector in play, a lot of close range weapons right now. And this is going to really help the Ghosts on towards this push onto the Rusty Revolvers. The question is, are they going to actually take the risk and put all 4 men at the bottom of this building and actually push it hard? They do have shotguns as well, so right now they are looking quite good for this push. And look at that. Molotov Man, unfortunately, is going to be the first member to fall for the Rusty Revolvers, as HIV leader will fall second. Swifty with that Tommy gun, and there goes Born Slippy. But it looks like Devolt managed to get one, but at the end of the day, the Goats with a beautiful push, only losing, not even losing a member, the res will come off. Absolutely spectacular push. They couldn't have done that more perfectly. I must say, quite blessed with the weapons as well that they had there for that push, but very, very, very well played.
I mean, great entry there coming out there from, I think it was 4-Mine onto Warlord. Great little shot coming out there. As now Slayer will get a knock on towards Killer Claw as well now. So Slayer going large here for the against all odds black team. As now, where is he sitting inside here? He's obviously biding out his time. He's got the Scar Owl in hand, and it looks like he will complete that kill as well on towards Killer Claw. And Devil and I down to 2 members. This is not what they would have wanted in the early stages here.
No, 100%. I really thought Slayer would have actually kept that shotgun for this close range fights, but obviously he's feeling a lot more confident with that Scarel. Dr. One getting a beautiful headshot off there, as now it looks like Devil and I in a bit of trouble. Langyan down to basically 2 to 1 HP. And now the question is, will Dr. One push this without any backup?
Yeah, he's got to be careful of Punisher there to his right-hand side as well. Punisher could probably spot him out now. Let's have a look to see if Punisher side does give some shots on towards Dr. 1. They will make him push on, but the Ratatata gonna spot that one out. Langyang will get taken out by the nade from Dan. And a good little bit of push coming out here from Against All Odds Black. I mean, this is some pretty swift work coming out from them, just like we saw with the goats as well. So Devil and I under a lot of pressure here. Punisher not going to be able to. Can he fight back against the members of Against All Odds Black? The water shot comes out, runs out of bullets though, Dan, with that VSS. It's really like you just need that extended mag because that's what you want. But Slayer will get the K9 shot, and Against All Odds Black will eliminate Devil and I out in 14th position. Two teams going down in quick succession here in Ellis.
I mean, that was a brilliant push, don't get me wrong, but I feel Devon and I, if they just grouped up a little bit more, they could have taken that fight a little bit better. And but it was just, at the end of the day, Against All Odds really got the advantage on there. They were pushing as a team there. There was definitely not just one. So I have to give it to them. Great job. I mean, this zone, though, is looking quite of a gnarly one. Not a lot of teams in. We've got a total of maybe 3 teams in now, 4 teams in, including Noz making their way in. What are your predictions for this zone?
A lot of water in this circle here. Definitely a lot of water in this one. So this is going to be interesting. These ones are funny because they can definitely hard shift to the south and have still that large body of water as well. So, I mean, I'm thinking a crazy circle out would be quite cool to see. So I'm thinking we get along the shorelines of Malta. We end up like by Small Power, that sort of area. As we see Reaper gonna run over his teammate Bowser in there, but there should be no issues for them going forward. We have a couple teams making the move. Noz making their way over towards Prison. We see that the Smurfs getting to the south of George. They have a long rotation to come in there, so they need to get on their bicycles as soon as possible. And for Rising Gaming and Sick Daddy Club rotating alongside each other for now, and we see they've left one of the members of Warriors behind. Radical gonna just be looting himself here. We'll hear some of the vehicles sooner rather than later, but the rest of his team finding out a good spot. And I think if they do go for this building here with the Warriors, a very decent compound to have indeed.
So as you were saying earlier, I must say, like you said, that early rotate now really benefiting the Warriors, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
You were 100% spot on when you said those early rotates are definitely key. And it looks like, I mean, I would love to see it at the end phases. I think we're really going to see it pay off for the Warriors. But at the end of the day, it will also come down onto the player's aim and those one-on-one fights. To who's actually going to clutch it out.
I think for most of this lobby as well, they're pretty much on the same level playing field. This is why these guys are fighting for the group stage as well. So we do see these guys are pretty much on the same level playing field. I think for Warriors, they do need to get this man, but he has the bike. So this is a good thing for them to have, because now you can evade a lot of these teams coming out. Needs to be careful of Sick Daddy Club. Saline may take a couple of shots. No, he's just coming into there, but should be no issues for Warriors to team themselves up, and they can do a 2-2 split, which I think they are going to attempt to do. You can see the 2-2 split will come out eventually when that Warriors member does get to them. Rising Gaming doing the rotation around, getting maybe a little bit closer towards Malta. That's a good rotation from them. Microtech Esports coming in from the north as well. A couple of rotations. Here come the Smurfs. They're going to do that long rotation coming from the north hand side. That's a standard rotation that they do like to take as well. So good to see that they're keeping on with the ways there. And then Ghost will come in from the south across the bridge. Maybe not take on the bridge too much. Maybe do we see bridge fights? I mean, we've got this new bridge.
And I personally think it would be awesome.
I think it would be
awesome to see
a
bridge fight.
Especially with this new bridge, we haven't seen too much of these bridges being used in recent weeks. And let's see what happens. A lot of teams making their rotation without any hassles at this stage. Noz Gaming going to take a couple shots over towards the Legends members as they make their way up the hill towards, I would assume, the lumber yard area. It looks like they are going to make landfall there now. Indeed they are. And for them, that's going to be a good position to be in for now, but the goat's going to lose a member there as Frenchie going to be able to get that kill on towards 5 Roger. And more shots coming
mean,
raining out in celebration, I assume.
this is nice work. I mean, they got an easy kill there off the beginning, a nice rotation kill, and this is when you have to really be careful. I mean, when you're rotating, you really don't want to get close to the compounds. You want to try and keep at least maybe a 30 meters distance between you and that compound, because when these players spray, it is definitely going to connect most of the time.
Yeah,
so you need to try and avoid that.
For sure, and this is an interesting one. The Warriors opting to move out of that compound and down closer towards the coast. It's an interesting ploy. And Horizon, obviously, coming in, I've got this nice little compound here for free. So that's a interesting tactic coming out from the Warriors. Maybe the Warriors also thinking it'll come down towards this coastal area as well. Rotation from against the Warriors. Black, they're getting a little bit tattered up here as well, but Sticker going to help them out here a little bit, and Swift are going to have to just back off of that fight for now. And Griffin going to blow himself up with a vehicle. That's an interesting one, but it looks like Twister going to come in and eliminate Griffin here, as the rest of Team Wolf Quad's gonna see what they can do. Redak will get run over by his teammate as well. The circle shifts, and look at what I said. It looks like it's going to go down towards the south here. Could shift over towards the farm area as well. So a lot of water is still in play. So it's going to be a bit difficult for them. But look at the shots coming over towards the Smurfs here. Melody spotting up a vampire there, and he's Dacia. Bowser going to get a knock on towards the 4 mine TTV, the GOATS member there. And it looks like now our team going to make their rotation happen.
I mean, I think right now the Smurfs really did get lucky with that rotation. That could have gone a lot worse by losing some of the members there, but they've managed to actually pull back in. The question is now, where do they go? As, Berlin will be taken out here, as Legends are going to initiate a push. Yuzo doing some nice work here. Can he get the last member from the Rush team? He's raining out of the mini shots. He does manage to connect 1 bullet. And that is some nice work from the Legends, I must say.
Yeah, some good work. They're picking up the 2 kills there for themselves there. It looks like the last member's just going to have to try and do whatever they can do at this stage to try and get themselves in. So the Rush team, just under a lot of pressure, going to have to just hold this one out. But Pac-Man has spotted them out, and the Rush team gets eliminated out in 13th position. I do see that their logo, for some odd reason, is still the old logo, so I do apologize to them. I'm not entirely sure why that hasn't updated on our side, so I do apologize to them. We will try and get that updated for the remaining games.
Well, now we've seen where the zone is going to go, so now it is going to be it's either going to shift back, I guess, that we have a Malta zone, or is it going to shift north? And we're gonna have like a Malta power maybe, or prison
this
shelter.
Could go anywhere, depending on where they could definitely still be on the edges of the circle here. It looks like the Warriors gonna go into Malta here, but Mealy's got himself in here right next to the Rising Game members. The grenade's gonna come out into this little lobby here where Cans is sitting. Cans will hear the grenade. She'll get taken out by the grenade there as well. Great little bit of grenade there coming out from Mealy, and now the push looks like it's gonna come in from Mealy here. And what can they do? Looks like they're going to try and get the shots on towards him. Mealy going to take on the shots, and we'll get the double kill there coming out from him. Great bit of work there. Great bit of util usage there coming out from Mealy. And the Horizon lose 2 members now. Takmazia trying to do something, but Takmazia comes in with the shotgun. And we'll eliminate the Wolf Quads out in 12th position. Takmazia take a bow, his old team as well, and he's going to eliminate them as well. That's going to feel good and bad, I guess.
That's a bit of a rough one, but those shotguns coming into play, like, it is so deadly at close range. And we saw that in the beginning stages there with the GOATs in Pochinki. With the rusty revolvers. I mean, it is a deadly weapon at that close range.
Oh yeah, it's just such a good weapon to have, and you know, in the hands of the right person, it can be even more deadly as well. Against the odds, Black going to play off the center of Malta. He has a circle just about to pop into its next position, where we're going to go, and it's going to shift over towards the north. Yeah, we're going to probably see it kind of maybe just end off the end of Malta here, just in the center compound here. We've seen it in there before. So
Oh, yeah.
for Horizon Gaming, they're looking pretty where they're standing. They need to be careful of any pushes on towards their compound. In our team, going to be just playing off the prison area. Has a clear area to come into the north of the circle. And for the Warriors, who've been moving quite a bit this game and find themselves in Milta within a kind of a good position, maybe want to get to the top of Milta, just a little bit closer to the center of circle. But Ross now coming in from the backhand will eliminate one of the members of the Smurfs. Great bit of work coming out there from Commander. We'll pick up the first kill for Gosp inside this match. And Puppy Monkey has got the in hand. And we get another network DC yet again. And it looked like did look like Puppy Monkey actually got that network lag at the same time we got it as well. So it looks like servers are a little bit problematic tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We will now quickly go over towards our other admin team as well. We'll have a look. Maybe we should position this on another day. We're not entirely sure at this point in time because it does just seem to be an issue. We have been reading reports that there is games failing inside the PUBG network as well. We read that just before we started the cast as well. So it's not like this is our issue. It seems that PUBG is seeming to have a lot of DC issues at this point in time. We want it to be fair for everybody, so give us a couple of minutes, guys, while we try and see if we can get back into the game. And we will then come back with an announcement after that. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize yet again. It looks like everyone else is still fine though. We saw that Puppy Monkey still alive in the circle, as well as Ghost now make their way in towards the circle there. I don't see many other teams that may have had any, well, we don't see any other teams that have DC'd as well, so still against all odds blacks still sitting in there as well. We wait for the textures just to update there as well. Ghost trying to make this run through towards the head of Miltertown, exactly where I thought that, you know, Warriors would have gone, but Bluff is making the same movement in here as well, so this could be a bit of a problem here for him, as the Ghost members are going to just spot him out here, and Bluff is going to get shot in the back there as well, and Sick Daddy Club going to get eliminated out in 11th position. Ellis,
That is just so unfortunate. I must say. I mean, he legit scouted it. He saw it was clean, and as he started his movement, Goss pulled in right behind, which he had no visual of. It was blocked by that compound, and unfortunately, when he pulled up, he found out a little too late that there were players there. But nevertheless, we are still going, and
And we're still
back to
having
the
this
same situation.
session. It just seems that we're just having many issues tonight. Not what we want to be having. I mean, obviously, this is the first time we played a match in the. There, we got back. Yeah, we're back. This is great news
And
to see.
Perfect.
Great news to see that we're back after that little bit of time. Yeah, but it's just a little bit frustrating. I'm hoping that it's not happening to the players. I do hope, because that would fingers crossed, is not happening to them.
I mean, right now, if we have to go back to the games, Legends are really taking on this fight towards Nos. I see one of the Nos members are knocked. This could be an opening push for them, but it looks like they don't want to take it just yet. They're gonna wait to see where Zone pops. And that is going to be the deciding factor of whether they're going to push Nos or maybe just rotate completely.
Yeah, but Nas is a very good team. I mean, they can definitely hold the situation. I just thought it would go into this woodlands area. I actually casted one of I think it was the autumn ECL matches inside this one where I managed to cast quite a good team. Coming in here, they managed to take out the win inside this area. It was a pretty crazy game from them as well. As now we see Twister will get a knock on towards Firestorm there. Can Firestorm get the res? Doesn't look like he will be able to. Firestorm going to get shot and eliminated out of the lobby. And the grenade's going to come out. Is that grenade going to get hit onto anyone who's coming very close to Juzo? If it goes through, doesn't be able. Those logs, they're going to save Juzo's life there as it bounces off. But it looks like Twister just going to pull himself a little bit more back out of this, or we have some weird little...
Yeah, that I saw that.
Some strange things happening here, ladies and gents. But, you know, this is PUBG sometimes. I mean, I'm sure their servers are pretty packed full at the moment. So, yes, servers are kind of bad at the moment. But let's hope it's not happening to anyone else. I haven't seen any reports yet from the players. So, inside this game specifically, but Twister now needs to get himself out of the situation as quickly as possible. The Legends, I love the aggression from the Legends at this moment.
I mean, it's gonna give them a big advantage now. This is good. They taking back ground, but now the question is, they take the fight now, or do they send members in to get the gatekeep? Because right now they do need to try and make their way in, but it is a bit of a sticky situation, as I think it's one of the members are already quite in there and are pretty much just holding that stronghold position on that mountaintop, trying to prevent the Legends from crossing there towards the left. As Tak Mazer will take out TF2 with the mini. Great shots coming out from him.
I think he should have tried to finish off that kill straight away as well, but he's going to get eliminated here, but nice try. If he can just get under these rocks, he does indeed in time. I mean, trying to find out a position there as well. As now, Puppy Monkey very close. Can he not spot out the member right next to him yet? Doesn't. He's got that in hand, just previously known as Swifty. He's going to play this one out for now. Warriors taking on a couple of members of the Gasp here. Just the one member here, just trying to take on Gasp by himself. Show here as the rest of his team tries to move up the hill there to try and get a bit of position. So if he can hold off Gasp here, it's going to set up the Warriors here really, really well. The flashbang comes out here as well, but Takmazir does get eliminated at the end of the day. As we now look to see what's happening here, he will get a little bit of fire onto him at the wrong time there. Warriors under a bit of pressure now. Now Gasp can turn their attention onto the rest of the members there. And now Nuz looking down towards Horizon Gaming, as now we see that Muzzy trying to find a position into this one, but all along Puppy Monkey just sitting here waiting for the opportune moment. And what's happening in the north here now, the members of Microtech Esports push on towards the Legends team. Frenchy jumps on top of the rock. Frenchy will eliminate the Legends out, but our team just behind him.
Twister, he could really spoil the day now for Microtech Esports. Microtech Esports just did a fantastic push onto the Legends, but it can all be ruined. Their day could really be ruined now by Twister. He's playing that slow game. He's just listening for those footsteps. As Horizon Gaming goes out a night ninth position. Nice try, will eliminate Mozzie there towards the end. And do you think Twister can clutch this out, Godfather?
I mean, if he buys his time, he just needs to listen to this one out. Now, Bowser may have spotted him out. I think they did spot him out as they make his movement in. They did indeed. So Twister needs to make this move. It looks like Microtech going to go on a hunting party now to try and find this member of NR team. He's the last member alive. Can he cook it right there? There's so many shots, but look at the wraparound coming out from the members of Microtech. Great bit of play there from Microtech Esports, but now Nos Gaming got their sights on towards Microtech Esports there as well.
I mean, right now, Nos, I think the best thing for them is to try and take the fight rather in zone. Microtech Esports not a big threat right now. They did make themselves known, so I don't expect them to push down. But now Swifty or Puppy Monkey, my apologies, the name change will be taken out there. So unlucky towards him.
But he bided his time to the last moment. Did do some good damage on towards Nos, so they armor is definitely going to be very much destroyed a little bit there from that ump as well. I see people are DCing inside the area as well, which is really unfortunate. No, it won't help us someone else to try and create it, because we all connect to the same PUBG server. It's how the PUBG server interacts with your game client, not the actual server that we're on. We don't actually create a server. We all connect to the same thing, and then that server hosts all of us. So it's not actually our game client that's actually doing the problem. It's the server that's disconnecting your game clients. So just so we're aware of that, guys, with nothing we can control, unfortunately. We are busy in discussions with PUBG themselves, as obviously they also a title sponsor of this event. So we're going to get some answers from them as well, which is great to have them in our back pocket to try and, get a couple of answers to these things as well. So which is great news. Obviously this is the first time we're seeing it happen to this mass effect. So, guys, just bear with us. We're also a bit frustrated as well, as like the players will be as well. So unfortunately we're missing some of the cast here as well. So really unfortunate to see. But yeah, just bear with us, guys. We're trying everything we can to try and resolve the issues as they come across us as well. But back to the action.
Gasp, I think, is in a tough situation. I mean, they are in zone, but Warriors, the last member from Warriors, even in a more sticky situation, as now Smurfs got in 6th position, as they do get eliminated by Microtech there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and Warriors gets eliminated as well in there as the Nos make their movement down. So top 4 teams: Microtech Esports, Nos Gaming, Gasp, and the GOATs, all playing it out for that chicken dinner inside this match as well. Just as we're aware, in the second game, if we'll see if it counts or not, our admin team's busy checking all the data files as well to see exactly who disconnected and who died in terms of the disconnects. We will see that coming through as well. We may be replaying the second game or not, but they are just busy still having a check on that game as well. We'll have an answer before the end of the next game. But Nos won the second game as well, so this could be 2 chicken dinners in a row, potentially. We don't know just yet. Gasp,
no idea.
Not really.
I mean, right now,
this is going to be tough for him.
This is a tough situation. I mean, what would you do in this situation? Is this I sit it out?
Yeah, but French, look at the Microtech Esports. I'm loving how Microtech Esports is playing. Now, Goss, we're going to just retaliate on towards Nos. Nos now under the massive amount of pressure. And for mine is still the last member sitting there for the Ghosts. He's just going to be holding that one out. TF2 needs to come back and try and see if he can get a res onto his teammates. Commander will spot this one out here. So if he doesn't get into that smoke just in time, this could be bad for Nos Gaming. Does he have utility? He doesn't. So now he's just going to push this one out, Commander, but he needs to be careful. Microtech Esports does have a flashbang, which will be pulled out here. Another flashbang will come out as well. The res does come out there from Nos Gaming. And Commander now is going to be spotted out by Microtech Esports, as I suspected. TF2 going to steal that kill away from them now. And Microtech Esports just on top of this hill. That advantage of height paying dividend.
Yeah, right now. And what? Bowser through the smoke, taking out TF2. Nos Gaming goes out in 4th position. That was an insane shot there from Bowser. I think that was even a headshot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you could just see the silhouette of TF2 coming through there. So yeah, and you know, for the Goats, they didn't check this room. So they managed to eliminate the Smurfs inside here, did the members of Microtech Esports. We saw that happen, but he's just remained in this room nice and quiet.
I mean, the Goats are on 8 kills, and he's racked up all the placement points right now for them. So they are sitting in a quite good position. Even if they don't win this out, they have got quite a decent amount of points from this. But what a beautiful window jump for that information. I'm fairly sure he can spot out the Microtech, the members of the Microtech Esports here.
Yeah, Bowser trying to preempt a shot coming out here from the members of the Goats. Will they notice him coming out of the building on the top here? Does he deny the points to Microtech Esports? There's also a possibility that could come out as well, being that he is the lot of each other there as well as Stickend. They're making their way up the hill. They haven't spotted anyone out. Reaper may be the victim of just that one kill that kills him, but we'll see what happens now. I think he might just spot up 4 mines as well. He shots them out there. 4 mines looking away at the wrong time. Reaper will finish out the game. Microtech Esports will win out the second chicken dinner for their evening with 12 kills. Great performance coming out from them.
Yeah, definitely, with those pushes. Yeah. Wow. Really shocking us there. I mean, first game they were really blessed with the zone, but now proving that they don't even need the zone in their favor to take out that chicken dinner. Absolutely phenomenal work coming out from them.
Yeah, really good work. I mean, in second position, the Goats finishing out with a total of 8 kills. I mean, that's still amount of decent points coming out there. Yes. That'll be a good amount of that'll be 14 points in total for them, so that'll push them up the lead. Well, Gosp will come out with a total of 6 kills. In fourth position, Noz with a total of 7 kills, and rounding up the top 5, the Warriors finishing off with 1 kill. We move on to the Miramar game next, ladies and gents. So quickly have a coffee break and we'll be back very shortly. Shh. Welcome back, everybody, to the matches as well, as we just have about 40 seconds before this game gets to go. Just an update on, obviously, everybody very, very interested to see what happens with, obviously, the replay of the second game. As it stands now, the game will stand. We've seen that a couple people were affected, but not enough to warrant the replay of the match. So what we are going to do is we're going to take a stock of the last two matches as well and see if there's any sort of defining outcomes that may happen in those games, and then we will make a decision should we have to replay the matches maybe tomorrow evening or so. For now, that is the call that we're all going to take for now, unfortunately. It's just the way the cookery crumbles at this point, and unfortunately for the people affected, we saw that 2 people died through the mass disconnect in game 2, so it can't warrant a restart, but we need to see how that is affecting that team going forward. So we're going to make sure we do our due diligence here, guys, and make sure that everything is above board, and it makes it fair for every single player in the community. And as well as just so we're all aware, not everybody's going to be happy with the decisions that we make, or people will be happy, people won't be happy. That's just the way it is when you're running these events as well. But we're going to do the best to make everybody as happy as possible. So we're going to move into the last game. Everyone's just about finished jumping out of the plane as well, so let's get over to that game. Let's do this for the last game for the evening.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to this last game. Despite everything that's happened, I'm still really, really excited to see what happens in this last games. The scores are a huge difference at the bottom few, but at the top, there's a decent amount of space until you hit around about the top 5, top 6 situation there. It is quite close. So this game is really, really going to count for these players right now, and I mean, these teams.
Yeah,
and our first zone.
Yeah, first circle.
Beautiful.
It's very much southwest here as well. And for the 3 teams also trying to fight for that 10th position there, we got Devil and I, who are in 10th position at this stage with 7 points. Team Werewolf Quads in 11th with 6, and we have the Rusty Revolvers with 3 points, all inside the circle. But I think Devil and I are going to be smiling right now. They need to get a couple of points, and maybe they can make it into that top 10. Bar if we have to replay any games, these are the things that we need to kind of have a look at, and we'll have all the data that we've got in our hands to make sure that we make the right decisions going forward. We're not going to do any knee-jerk reactions at this stage, which I think is the right thing to do at this stage as well, Ellis.
Yeah, no, 100%. Right now, I'm really, really, really focused on this zone. I've seen the zone. I've had it in ranked as well, where it really does pull down to this little island. And
I want a prison island ending. This would just it'll cap off the evening that we've had. Just have an outrageous circle coming out, and I think prison's needed at this stage. It's also for us as well. It's also kind of upsetting when we see the game's not going as smoothly as we would like. Things are out of our control as well. But everybody's in the game at the moment. Let's see, no one really too close to each other at this stage. Everyone kind of spread out as well. Unfortunately for the Rush team, they're having massive power failures in their region at the moment, so really unfortunate for them not to join the last game. Has been a bit of a longer evening this evening, I must admit, because we've been waiting for things to just kind of quieten down on the server side as well, so we've been trying to allow that time to happen. But the blue zone is about to start now. The countdown for that, another 2 minutes to go, and we've got our first drop there as well. I like to think, I usually take the first drop as a sign that's saying that the circle's going to go somewhere near there, the next zone, but it's not guaranteed. So let's see what happens. I would love a prison area. For now, the Team Wolf Quads are looking pretty at this stage on that one, so let's see what they can do. Busy having a look to see.
I'm trying to think right now where these teams are situated. We've got 3 teams in this zone once again, but we're going to need a lot more teams. When they rotate in, there's only 2 bridges, and I'm not too sure with the new Miramar update. I have not 100% confirmed it, but I think the edges there are still not climbable on that side of the mountain, even if you try to take a boat or something.
Some of these mountain areas are climbable, like we got over there. I've seen the Smurfs come up also along the side here as well. There is some sort of area to come up as well. We've seen also the NX guys in one of the seasons also make their way up here as well. We saw Hot Diggity just holding out in one of these little dips here as the Wasps went, and Swifty at that stage went ham with his in this game. They actually won that game as well, funny enough. The King was then born at that stage. So, I think for the Smurfs and Swifty, or as he's called now, Puppy Monkey, I think he's going to be hoping that this is a prison circuit, because he can be like, let me bring this out again. Let me show these guys what I've got at this stage. But a couple of rotations are coming in. Smurfs getting themselves up and running, and the Nas team as well. Looks like the Nas team going to stop and have a look down onto the Smurfs here.
Yeah, and they got some shots. Nice try, but I really don't think he's going to hit some shots at that range. It is really far. And being on that bike, it's going to make it even more harder. Well, I do want to ask you a question now, Godfather. I've got my mind rolling here now that I'm seeing most of these players using the Mini. So we still do have the SLR, we do have the SKS. Is that 5.5 really still better than the 7?
In damage wise, it's not. But as we just wait for this little sequence of events to just happen, it's really trying to get themselves around here, as 5 Logic losing control of his Marauder there for a slight second, but the Smurfs trying to get themselves away with that bike, and they're just racing away from them as quickly as possible. But coming back to your question there, Ellis, the 5.56 is obviously still a weaker bullet in total. Their guns aren't as strong as the 7.76, but or 7.75s rather, is the 5.56s. For the Mini specifically, the fire rate is so high that that's why the teams like to have it and like to play with it. There's now a, massive, massive fight coming out there. Is Ratata, Pretty, and Dan try and eliminate Horizon Gaming there. So Horizon Gaming not looking like they're going to qualify. Well, they will not qualify at this stage. If should everything remain the same, we don't have to replay tomorrow. They don't qualify at this moment. So Horizon Gaming bows out of the season for now. Unfortunate for them. But great little hold there. Looks like Horizon Gaming may have just ran into this little thing here and then against the odds pressured them into that. But coming back again, I mean, the Mini's got a higher fire rate, so teams do like to use it because you can tap away a lot faster than the SLR, and it's got a little bit less of a recoil kick to it. So, you know, that's probably the reason why a lot of these guys like to use it as well. So,
So basically, players are bargaining that they're going to hit their shots over the damage, basically.
Correct. I mean, that's what you would want them to do.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's like that's exactly how they would want to. I mean, most of these guys should be able to hit the shots with no issues. So, they've been playing this game. A lot of these games have been played for a very long time as well. So, it's just, you know, that's just the way it is with these sort of these games that go on as well. So. I mean, you'll have your favorite weapon. I generally like to use the SLR. I don't really like the feel of the Mini. You know, it also comes down to the feel as well. Do you feel better using a certain gun as well? So that's what they will go for as well. But generally, it is a bit easier to use the Mini, so that's why the teams use it. Nice try. With that perfect example as he spots out Langan trying to get into the compound just below them there. The goats are rushing there into this as well. Langang going to do anything about this. Langang getting shot at quite a bit here. Shots going to come raining out there. Lagging coming out a little bit there as well. Langang gets taken out there as he gets eliminated there in the end. Punisher gets taken out as well. Warlock gets taken out. The goats are raving and Devil and I get eliminated out in 13th position. That for Devil and I was a surprise. I'm sure they did not expect the goats coming in from that perspective, and the goats holding no prisoners.
I mean, they really are giving it all their last game. I mean, Devil and I think they're in a bit of shock right now, to be quite honest with you. I mean, they are still in that top 10 situation for now. Now we have to look over towards the Legends and Team Wolf Quads if they will overtake Devil and I to get into that top 10 situation. But the GOAT's absolutely ruining Devil and I's last game. That was a bit of a surprise.
So Smurfs are on 3 points. We got Team Wolf Quads on 6 points. Horizon already out. Rusty Revolver's still in it. They're on 3 points as well. Rush Team unfortunately had a power failure, so they're not inside this game. So Team Wolf Quads, I mean, they only got the 2 members inside the lobby at this stage, so it's going to be a bit tough for them, and they are on the opposite side. Looks like it is going to be moving away from this prison island as well. So for them, they need to score at least 2 points, and they make it through. They got the same amount of kills as Devil and I as well. So for them, they just need to score 2 points. If they can score 2 points...
That is going to be insane. I mean, right now, if they really wanted to play it safe, they saw the kills in the kill feed, so they could just play for the placement points. They don't have to push anywhere. They could just sit. Yeah,
they can just sit. They can go for that 5th place. What 5th place is 3 points. 6th place is 2 points. So they just need those 2 points, which will get them over. But the Revolvers will take out one of the last members here. TF2 gets taken out, but Rusty Revolvers they're saving everything for the last game as well. If they have a big game here, they can easily do it. Now they are 1 point closer to getting themselves into that. They are on 4 points now, so only 3 points for them to score, and one more, and they might actually do it as well. So it's so tight to see what will happen inside this game. So this is a bit of an exciting one to see who will qualify for the group stages out of these teams. I think these are the main teams that we need to keep a lookout for at the moment. With Devil and I going out, I think the Legends are kind of safe in that bubble for now. Depending on what these other teams do, obviously, I mean, if Rusty Revolvers goes and pops off with a 10 kill game and they could easily overtake the members of the Legends as well. So Millie now going to take up against the Nas Gaming crew. Does get tagged up a little bit here. Going to be making room. We're going to have to stay with these guys because this is the next team to try and take Devil and I out of the moment. But Millie's going to get taken out there by a nice try. And he's going to get flushed out straight away, leaving just Griffin left alive. And instantly he turns away and runs. And I think that's the right move to do for now. He needs to try and get those placement points or a couple kills on the way. He's going to be moving himself straight into the pathway of Ghost, though, as they're making their way in towards the circle for now. Microtech Esports coming in from the northwest. At the moment, Warriors are very much close teams coming into the bottom three here. Let's also not count out the Smurfs. I mean, the Smurfs, if they do pop off, we've seen some incredible games from them. So,
oh yeah, no, 100%. I mean,
tight.
I think it's a situation where you just have to watch it and watch it and watch it, but your feelings and everything's there. It's like everything's just hypened because you don't know what is going to happen.
100%. And I think for them, they need to also manage the expectation, quiet or passive versus aggressive. Can't be too passive, can't be too aggressive, you get what I'm trying to say, because otherwise you kind of just lose that edge as well. So it looks like Rusty Revolvers are going to start looking at taking shots up towards Nas here. The shots are going to come really towards Nas. Can Rusty Revolvers finish off these 2 kills? One kill goes out. HP Leader will get a great shot on towards with the sniper of the M24. And Army and last member sitting down there. His car is starting to get us the flames. Can they finish this one off? They're not gaming. Can they do it? HP Leader does it, and Rusty Revolvers.
Oh my
Picks
word!
Up another 2 kills here, and they're doing some massive work for themselves here. Rusty Revolvers Gaming pushed themselves up to 6 points, 1 point behind Devil in Eye, and it's looking very good for the Rusty Revolvers to make an impression in the last game here. Airless, this is getting even more tight.
I mean, this is nuts. I mean, the teams they not falling to the pressure. These teams on the lower end of the scoreboard are not falling to the pressure. They are owning it right now, as we can see. And I'm just in shock right now.
I think this is what, the Rusty Revolvers, you say, screw it, we're just gonna go for it. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do, boys. And I think that's a great attitude to go in with it as well, and see what they are capable of doing. And look, when you put yourself and you kind of put all that stress and worry away and see, you know what, let's just go all out, let's have some fun, let's just kill everything that moves, type of deal. It kind of puts you into that mood, and it seems like they're on the mood. Can they keep on this trait going forward as well? I mean, they just need 2 more kills. In essence, they just need 2 more kills.
I mean, right now they've got the best position in zone even.
Yes.
And they are really, really gonna own it. But now NR are gonna face off the Legends, and this is exactly what Rusty Revolvers need right now. As now the Legends seem to be falling apart.
Yeah, Juzo gets knocked out there by Medley, as well as now the rotations coming in. The 2 remaining NX Legends members, Firestorm and Pac-Man, will be running it against the zone. But NR, with no vehicles for these 2 gentlemen, it's going to be a bit tough there as well. Twister now has got the Goats member Swifter in the sights. Can he win this one out? He does get some tags on as well. 4Mime has to back away because he gets tagged up quite severely here. But for the Goats, they pretty much qualified inside this area. It's just now for the bragging rights going forward. And Deervault will take on the shot on towards a Voodoo. We have to go towards that as well, because that's where we want to see this. Can he get the confirm? Not at this stage. Xylene going to be doing the res there on towards Voodoo. But Rusty Revolvers Gaming are looking for blood at this moment, and it's looking good for them. Can they beat out Slick Daddy Club just in front of them? They need 2 more kills, like we said. And Bluff is now looking on there. Can Deervault do it? Does get connected onto the shot there. Great work coming out from him. Can he get that shot? Good shot on towards Xylene. Does do some more damage on towards him. Bowser will take out Dr. One in the background. Let's go back into that fight to see what happens there.
All right, now think these teams are really, really, really trying their best. And against all odds, Slayer in a very, very nice position, really giving grief onto Microtech Esports. It does tag up Sticken once, twice. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like a knock just yet coming up from Slayer, but he's in a very, very nice position. There's Zaylene will take out one slipping in the background. And that is so unfortunate now for the rest of the Revolvers. As they do lose a member.
Yeah, they do lose a member now. Now, the Rusty Revolvers, what can they need to retaliate onto this now? Voodoo gets taken out there, but it looks like Voodoo was just standing still there for a second there. As we now look at Deervalt down looking there. They need to be careful of the push here coming out from Slick Daddy Club. Zylene heading out that way, but it looks like they're just going to retreat this one back just slightly here. Slick Daddy Club getting taken a little bit too many shots to the end. Rusty Revolvers pulling themselves back here. HV Leader now pulling back. Some of them were making that movement back, but I think they do need to make that movement back, cover their back here, because Gosp coming in from behind, and this could spell the end for the members of the Rusty Revolvers. And Commander has spotted out Molotov Man. They're not paying attention to what's behind him, and this is not going good for the Rusty Revolvers. It was going good, but now it seems like it might just fall apart. Can they spot out the Gosp before they get too close? But HV Leader looking to see Legends gets eliminated out in 11th position. And they still need a couple more positions here, 2 more positions. Can Against All Odds Black gets eliminated. Can the Rusty Revolvers pick up these points here? That's the thing. Has HIV Leader spotted them out here? I think he has. He spotted out Mr. Lute's head here. Can he get this knock on? Oh, he misses the shot. And this is a fight we really want to be looking at. And it looks like the Rusty Revolvers has spotted out Gosp now. So this is good for them. It's now turning back to good for them.
I mean, Rusty Revolvers, they just need that 1-2 more kills, and they've done it. And they have secured their position. So, I mean, right now, it's the decisions. But they're going to get third party by SDC. This is not looking too great for them right now.
Now they need to retreat as quickly as possible. Leader's making that movement already. He needs to try and hold this off here. He is making that run as Deervalt. So this is good movements coming out from them. Molotov Man gets eliminated out of the lobby. Deervalt just needs to get over this ridge line before Zaylene. But Zaylene just gets there just in time, or just in the wrong time for the Rusty Revolvers, I would say. But Zaylene trying to push them. But now they're going to get pushed on by the Gosp members here. So now the Slick Daddy Club have to pay attention towards what Gosp is doing here. Now they're going to pull their attention away from Rusty Revolvers. This is going to be good for Rusty Revolvers here, because the attention is off of them for now.
Yeah, now they get a break. Right now, they could actually even get that res off onto Deervalt, as now STC will turn their attention onto Gosp, and Redak will get the first knock onto Gosp. And STC doing some very, very nice pushes right now. And they could actually really buy Rusty Revolvers some time, or maybe at least 1 placement point, as there are 8 teams left alive.
It could be 1 placement point. They need to get to 6th in order to score those 2 points. So they need 6th position at least, or 1 more kill, and 8th would do it as well. So HV Leader, is he under any sort of pressure here coming in? Bowser doing some damage towards the goats in the north hand side. We just need to see what's going on here. Deervalt gets surprised by Zaylene there, but HV Leader needs to make his movement out of here, but I think Zaylene's going to spot him out here, and this is
not looking great for the Rusty Revolvers.
He just needs to hide behind this truck. He does indeed. He does. Goats get eliminated. 1 more position, and what's happening to the Gosp here? Gosp going to get eliminated here. This could do it for the Rusty Revolvers, and guys, the Rusty Revolvers are going to make it. The Rusty Revolvers are going to score the 2 points that they need, and they're going to qualify at this stage to the grand finals. But Ellis, I've just forgotten.
This Timor Wolves are still in it as well.
They are just still in it. No, they got 6 kills. So
it's even.
But it's even. It's a completely even. It's whoever's finished now, whoever finishes higher in this game qualifies. It is pretty much between these two who qualifies now inside this lobby for now. If Leader can spot out Griffin before, or if Griffin can spot out Leader before, it'll be between these 2 teams at this stage. At this stage of the game. Let's also not count out the Smurfs, because the Smurfs have got 3 kills. They are on 6 points.
This is insane.
Ladies and gentlemen, this stage if the Smurfs get eliminated right now, all three of these teams are in the same points.
I mean, I don't know what to expect right now. Like, it is... I was not expecting this from these three teams, to be quite honest with you. And right now, they are really clawing as much as they can to get in.
In our team,
But right now...
looking to try and get themselves... I mean, this is insane. But Microtech Esports are just flooding through teams. They are just...
Oh, yeah.
I
mean, their pushes have been ridiculously good. I mean, I have to also give it to STC. I mean, their pushes weren't too bad either. But it seems to be Bluff goes down, Voodoo also goes down, as NR's doing some beautiful work.
Yeah, we'll keep you with Microtech Esports because they're coming straight into this. You know, I'll take a quote or a saying from my good friend G-Max as well. Microtech are being disgusting to that.
Oh.
And that is in a good way. There's a good and a bad way of saying it, and they are in a good way being disgusting tonight. They are absolutely annihilating what's in front of them tonight. They're looking good. Their rotations are good. Their flanks are good. They're aiming. I mean, this team was ready for tonight, and they're putting on a good show for everybody tonight. 6 kills at this stage, and K9, last member standing here for the in our team here, and he needs to now kind of pull himself away from that trouble as well. But let's see what's happening down here with our leaders. And here it looks like HV leader has spotted out Griffin, and Xylene has now got his attentions elsewhere as well. He needs to be careful of the Smurfs as well. As I say that, the Smurfs put up a couple bullets. I mean, it's literally these three teams that are looking at making it into the
right now, I must say, right now the Smurfs really do have the numbers advantage.
Yeah,
it is looking really, really good for them right now, compared to the Rusty Revolvers and Team Wolf Quads. But I mean, seeing what's just happened, I can not count out any of them.
Oh, 100%. I mean, if the circle should move away, look at the position that Microtech Esports have got on the Smurfs as well. So Smurfs can't cover themselves as much as what these two teams can cover themselves at, because they're only one-man squads at this stage, if you get what I'm trying to say. So, you know, these are the things that, you know, they kind of have to, you know, think about in Microtech Esports. But Griffin finds the leader, and the Rusty Revolvers have been eliminated out of Season 2 at this stage, should we not have to play another game. But Griffin puts a surviving light for the members of Team Wolf Quads. He now spots out Xylene making his movement down the hill here as well. Vampire will take out Stick in there, so they'll push themselves if he can confirm that kill. And that'll push them above the Team Wolf Quads at this stage. Acid will get down Frenchie, so that'll confirm onto them. It looks like the Smurfs are not taking any prisoners at this stage. Reaper will get knocked down as well. The Smurfs are going large in this game. They're trying to secure their spot in the group stages and maybe even the grand final should they qualify in the top 16. But Bowser, last member standing here for Microtech Esports. The shots come raining out. The Smurfs will eliminate Microtech Esports out in 5th position, and with 4 kills or 7 kills at this stage, that puts them up to 10 points in the lobby without the placement points at this stage. That has surpassed Devil and I, and that also surpasses these gentlemen who are on 7 points at this stage. And can Griffin do it? Griffin,
I mean, if Griffin can just survive even to the top 2 and maybe get that chicken, that would be something to see.
I mean, tall ask for him, eh? I mean, Smurfs with 4 players left. I mean, I want to have faith here, but I mean, it's a tall ask for him. And he's still got K9 who's just to his left. I think K9 may have spotted him out. And here might be the finishing blow here for Griffin. Oh, gets the headshot, not able to confirm onto him as well. But can you see the back? He's not going to try and push on. But Sick Daddy Club exposes himself to Sick Daddy Club. Sick Daddy Club could save him out here, but K9 just trying to make the movement. I'm going to stick on his perspective. Maybe Griffin takes it. Griffin trying to survive this one out. That'll push them up to at least 9 points. Barring, obviously excluding the placement points at this stage. There's 3 people left. There's 10 points, 6 points, and 5 points available at this stage. And now the Smurfs move out of their building to try and see if they can maybe close up this game and secure themselves into the group stages. And this I don't know how many points the Legends got as well, to be
I
honest.
have no idea.
Because if second or now third, that's 5 points plus these 2. That's 7 points, right? That puts them on a total of 13 points. Depending on what the Legends got, Legends could be knocked out of the series here. Acid now spots out the last, and Acid will finish it out. The Smurfs will win it with 9 kills and pick up 19 points and secure themselves that group stage as well. I mean, that's just mental what's going on.
I mean,
here,
I have to give it to them. I mean, they played it really safe, and they just took the right timing, the right opportunity, and managed to give themselves one hell of a boost, I must say.
So, what we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what we're going to do is we're going to quickly get the matches as quickly as possible and see if we can get the updated matches. We'll come back with that leaderboard in front of us, and then we'll be able to have that discussion and see who qualifies. For now, barring any sort of changes that may happen for tomorrow, but provisional group stage qualifiers, we'll have a quick look in a couple of seconds time, so just bear with us as we get those scores all updated. We'll take a short break as well, so yeah, grab a coffee and we will be revealing the top 10, provisional top 10. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have finished off the evening and we have our top 10 provisional qualifiers. Just a side note as well, we're going to have a look at the bottom teams to see if any sort of impact happened to them during those games where we had that mass disconnections, well, not mass disconnection, but that network lag issues that we had. We're going to replay out those games and see if anything would have happened or not. So bear with us. Our admin team will be in contact with all of you on the Discord as well, so keep a weathered eye on that. But now, to reveal the provisional standings, ladies and gentlemen. Here they are. And there are your top 10. Team Warwolf Quads have qualified for the group stages in the 24th slot. Ellis, the Legends didn't quite make it out.
I mean it's so unfortunate. I mean, I feel for them in a way, but I have to give it to Team Wolf Quads. They really, really earned it. They actually impressed me quite a bit tonight. So I have to give them a huge congrats. And I mean, I don't know what to say. It was such a big surprise.
It was a big surprise. Like I said, I didn't quite know how many points the Legends got there in the end, and we kind of thought that the Legends were kind of safe there as well. But I mean, for the Smurfs, I mean, they put themselves up in 7th position with that win. I mean, an epic win coming out from them. But obviously, we have to look at the top guys here. Microtech Esports, 53 points, doing such a great job this evening. Like I said, I think they were just disgusting in a good way. I mean, there was the flanks that were doing. If they come in with that sort of gameplay into the group stages, they definitely have a very strong chance of qualifying in the top 16. In our team, you know, very aggressive team. We saw them all the way through playing very aggressive. And then obviously Nas Gaming, we know they're a top team. They did what they needed to do to qualify. I'm expecting, you know, this team to really do a lot of damage in the group stages and even possibly making it to the finals as well. Really good job. The Goats coming tie there with Stick Daddy Club with 30 points. I mean, good job from them, but Stick Daddy Club, I think, raised their game to this evening, Ellis.
I mean, they raised it quite a bit. Their pushes, the aggression was there from them. The positioning as well, it was there from them. It was just unfortunate with those 1v1s. I see that they couldn't clutch it out. I mean, at the end of the day, it is like you said earlier, it is so close. These players are basically on the same skill level. So it is just so unfortunate for them. But nevertheless, they qualified. They did a magnificent job with their pushing. They got the points that they needed. They came in here knowing what they needed to do, and they did it. And now they are through. So it's a very well played from them.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, great play from them. Warriors qualify there as well with Against All Odds Black. I think they would be pretty happy with the way, you know, things went with a couple of their players as well tonight. They also had a couple of DCs there happening for them, which is really unfortunate. Or network lag issues there as well. I mean, obviously we spoke about Team Wolf Quads. I mean, we're going to go down to the bottom end of the table here. I mean, for the Legends, just really unfortunate. I mean, they looked really strong throughout the evening, and a couple games not going their way. Obviously, like we said, this is all provisional top 10, guys. We will have a look at everything else. I mean, also Rusty Revolvers making that last end dash for the end, you know, like it was so close for them.
I mean, I'm a loss for words. Like we were saying in the break, I have never seen a qualifier like this so intense. And I'm in a loss for words.
That's
like
great.
I don't know what to say.
It must be said that I think Devil and I also, I mean, like I said, I think one of the most improved teams, Devil and I, throughout the series. I mean, they've had a lot of struggles in the past, and I think for them, definitely one of the most improved teams in this season for sure. They've had a couple of very strong battles in the past as well, during this season as well. So I must say, take a big clap to them as well. Congratulations to Devil and I. They really have improved a lot throughout the season, along with Rusty Revolvers Gaming as well. So I mean, for those two teams, definitely big shout outs to them. Unfortunate that they didn't make it through into the group stages, well, the provisional group stages at this stage, but I mean, you know what, the way that the trajectory is going is definitely the mid teams need to start looking out for these guys, because definitely season 3 they definitely going to be teams to contend with as well. Obviously Horizon Gaming just not making it over, a couple of bad games here and there, and unfortunate for the Rush team having some power failures as well, but unfortunately we can't control those sort of things happening. But I mean, the Rush team running up our lobby here as well. But I think, yeah, like you mentioned it, Ellis. I mean, great end game there. Probably one of the most fun games I've casted in a very long time as well. So, really big shout out to all the players playing tonight, and thank you so much for them coming through and playing this evening. Really big shout out to all of them as well. But I think from us, Ellis, that's any last words from you?
I just want to say congrats to everyone who made it through, and to those who didn't, a very, very well played. Don't take it in the wrong way. We've seen some serious improvement from you guys, and like Godfather says, I can definitely see you guys coming in there for season 3 and definitely qualifying with ease. So that is it for me. I want to say a very, very well played to them, and I think that is it for me. What about you? Any last words?
Yeah, that's it from us tonight. Obviously, remember, guys, the group stages do start on Wednesday evening. Just remember that is a Wednesday evening, because there is an ESL tournament that a couple of our teams are playing in as well. So we had to shift up the schedule there as well. Our Thursday will be held is our podcast as well, so have a look on Thursday evening for the podcast. Barring obviously this, remember guys, is the provisional top 10. Our admin team will be in contact with all the teams and stuff like that to see if any game should be replayed, but as it stands, this is our provisional top. But until Wednesday, or maybe even tomorrow, we don't know yet, but until Wednesday, guys, have a great start of the week and stay safe out there, and we'll catch you then. But cheers for now.